Here we go. Hi there, guys. What's up? It's Alessandro. I'm one of the co-founders of Hexagro, and we are here in our offices today to show you, preview the Clovy IoT system. Let me just make a quick introduction about the product. As you can see here, we built our own product right now, the prototype that we are still using in our laboratory for the germination and the growing tests before shipping out the final product. So as you can see here, we have the water container that it can last up to 20 liters of water. And inside here, I cannot open it right now, but I have a few of the spare components outside. And here we have the water pump that is going to basically bring all of the irrigation all inside of the modules. And from there, we are going to have both fertigation hydroponics and also low pressure aeroponics. So we built a couple of modules here to show you, basically. We have this Clovy pot, which is especially the one that is produced with recycled materials of plastics and biocomposites. I don't know if from the camera you can see properly, but basically here we have the very good finishing with the rice shells and the wood chips. And then instead, this one is the one completely 100% recycled plastics. We have also a few questions to answer you. You know that you guys have asked several questions during the past few days of the crowdfunding campaign. So we're happy to check it with them. Let's see from the team. So ladies, maybe you want to say hi? Super fast.
Hi, everyone.
Hi, everyone. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
So first questions to answer. What can we bring to the table, ladies?
Let's see.
So we have collected some questions in the last days.
First question that we can also start from the ones that we collected in the first few days. You basically go.
Yeah, the first.
Who is Hexagro and what you do?
So we are a startup based in Milan. What we do is we develop vertical farming systems since the year 2017. We have built several products. We initially started building systems for interiors of B2B spaces like offices and hotels. And then from there, in 2020, during the pandemic, we started working with the POTI system, which is basically the predecessor of the Clovy system. With POTI, we started developing a very basic system that went into the homes of hundreds and thousands of people all around Italy and Europe. And right now, we're very happy to show you the nice, let's say, the latest innovation within our home of products. Then, do you have any other specific questions, maybe from the public or from home, or we're receiving messages both from the live on YouTube and also from WhatsApp groups here and there?
Yeah, Caterina is asking to us which are the main features of Clovy.
So it's gonna be a long answer, okay? Let me try to go over, sorry, I'm from the computer, so hopefully we can see properly. So in here, you can see that we have built the first modules with the aeroponic system. So Clovy, one nice thing about Clovy is that you can grow with both fertigation and low pressure aeroponics. The standard kit of Clovy comes with the fertigation components, and then from there you will have to add coconut substrates, which are these ones basically. So we have the coconut substrate that is organic, recycled, and also the nutrients that are made for hydroponics. Okay, and if you then add the aeroponic upgrade kit, which is basically these components that you see here, and also the module that is basically in here to make sure that the system can hold the specific system. We have a couple of here, just one. So basically with these ones, they're going to be manufactured custom on the shape of the Clovy systems, and you can add them directly from here in the module. And from there switch your irrigation components for low pressure aeroponics.
And here you can see all the roots of this plant. Amazing.
Exactly. So here are the first tests that we are doing at our own laboratory in Milan. And the results are great. They're growing super well, as you can see the plants. And then here instead, we have some of the coconut substrate systems, plants that are growing. And as you can see, all of it is managed through the central irrigation. These are custom components that we designed for the system. And the sprinklers, where you can adjust the irrigation, like the intensity of the irrigation also from here. So it's not just about the smart plug and the smart irrigation components. It's also about calibrating the specific irrigation for the specific module. Additional questions?
Yeah, Simone is asking, can you use this indoors?
Yes, actually, we are designing Clovy so that you can use it for both indoors and outdoors. Of course, the beauty of it is that it has wheels, so as you can see, I can move it quite easily. It's fine, no worries. And then you can bring it indoors, especially with the aeroponic kit, so that you don't have the substrate that is wet and humid and is going to be probably not very efficient for this type of cultivations. And as you will see probably in the next days, we have very cool new LED lights stretch goals that we are aiming to implement very soon in the campaign. So you will see the renders. Our product developers are working on it right now. Let's say that the main value of working with Clovy, or everything that we do here at Hexagro, is that we build products that are completely modular, right? So the objective is that you can start small, you can grow up bigger later in time, depending on whether you're becoming more professional, whether you just want to grow more food in your space. And the beauty is also that you can always update and upgrade the different components, the technological components, right? So one example is the add-on of the LED lights for growing indoors. Future examples will be probably additional sensors for controlling humidity and controlling other features of the cultivation without soil. So we're working on it, and especially we need you as a community to tell us what you guys want, to tell us where to focus on, so that we can build more and more specific components and upgrades just made for the type of cultivation that you want to do. Additional questions or anything else?
Yes, we have one from Daniel that heard about the IoT module. So
Yeah.
he's asking what is for.
So the IoT module, I don't have it right now because our engineers are literally working on it as we speak. It's a specific box where is going to be plugged to all of the different technological components of Clovy. What we're doing is that instead of integrating it inside of the product, we are making it as a separate component of the product itself. So from the electricity plug, you will have a cable that is going to stick directly to the plug, the socket, right? Then you will have, from the box of the IoT module, all of the additional plugs to add the pump, which is actually this one, very simple. Okay, this is the submersible pump where also the different other components of the irrigation will be built up. This is going to be connected to a IoT module, right? Instead of being connected directly to the electricity, is going to allow the IoT module to control this pump directly from our application, which is the Hexagro app. And then from there, we will also be able to connect water level sensors. We'll be connecting eventually at some point when we launch the LED lights, also those lights. And the more that we develop additional sensors and upgrades, the more that the IoT module will be capable of handling more systems. All of them, all of the components and the IoT module is directly connected to our cloud, so you can manage directly Clovy from the application of Hexagro.
Yeah. So there is another one from Samantha, and she's asking.
Hi, Samantha, by the way, and thanks for the question before.
she's asking, what are the maintenance requirements of Clovy?
Sure. Well, let's say that first of all, we can maybe start super fast on what it takes to assemble Clovy. Okay, you will receive it in a box. Okay, very similar to the one that we are showing you in the video of the Kickstarter campaign. And from there, everything is basically contained inside of the container module, right? So imagine that this one is going to contain all of these pots from there. Assembling is very easy. We already have extensive experience with thousands of people using Poti. So it's really as simple as IKEA, but like the really simple stuff of IKEA, right? Not the complex ones that sometimes we happen to have. When it comes to maintenance, then it depends also on the cultivation method that you use. If you use fertigation with coconut substrate, then you will only have to take care of making sure the water doesn't run out in the container. So you will also receive notification because Clovy comes with an add-on included already, which is the level sensor of water. Then you will have to be calibrating the nutrients. Consider that calibration takes about 5 to 10 minutes, around once a week, maximum twice a week if you're really growing like a lot of produce and you really want to boost the cultivation. Everything, all of these tips, let's say, and guidance will be delivered through the Hexagro app, so you will never be alone, right? We are making sure that we are guiding you through the success of the cultivation. When it comes to low pressure aeroponics, it's going to be even easier because instead of assembling the coconut substrate inside of the modules, you will just have like the plugs, and then from there, the plant will grow quite easily. So on a regular basis, let's take half an hour during the week, more or less. And then after you finish the cultivation, so taking out the substrate if you have it, or if you need even easier, if you have the aeroponic colors, you just take out the plug and you start the cultivation with new ones.
Yeah, we have another one.
Sure.
From Philip. And how many material variants are there and which are?
Yes, so right now we're launching Clovy with 2 variants and 2 materials. The variants are the sizes, so the footprint is always the same, it's all the same base. And then you can have the S-kit, which is going to be up to this height. Just to give you an idea, it's going to be these 4 modules here. And then it's going to be up to other 4 modules for the L-kit. When it comes to the materials, as I was explaining before, maybe you just connected, we have right now here, I'm showing you both of the versions at the same time. The white one here is 100% recycled plastic, so the Clovy standard configuration will come with 100% recycled plastic materials, and from there you can choose different colors. We will be releasing or submitting a couple of surveys about the specific colors that all of you as a community would love on the Clovy, and at the end of the campaign, so you will be able to choose the specific color of your Clovy later on. And then when it comes to the other material, which is this one, we're talking about 100% recycled plastics with up to 50% of biocomposite materials that are recycled from the agricultural waste. So we're talking about rice shells and wood chips and material like that. So it's a full circular economy product. We're really making sure that the impact on the environment of this product is as low as possible. And of course, at the same time, we are implementing some very cool innovations in terms of material handling, because as you probably don't see it super well from this webcam, unfortunately, my computer is not super good, but the texture of this material is really, really nice.
We have one from Simon that is asking what kind of nutrients can be used.
Sure. So right now, the Clovy kit is arriving for the super early birds with inside the starter kit for free, right? It's a gift we're giving to the first backers of this campaign. And the nutrients are basically these ones, okay? We're talking about organic nutrients for hydroponic cultivation, and they're designed specifically for the effective growth on Clovy. Later on, you will be able to either continue ordering directly from us, or we'll be providing a couple of resources so that you can know best which can be the alternatives in your region. We may not be available to ship all over the world. Right now, especially because they are organic products, we are having possible restrictions on China and Australia. But later on, we're making sure that we're going to give you all of the resources for cultivating efficiently on Clovy.
We have another one from Philip,
Yeah.
who is really interested. And he's asking which is the difference between the standard version and the Eco Premium?
Sure. So as I was explaining before, the potty comes in two variants. The standard version, which is 100% recycled plastic, which is the material that you see here in this white vase right now, and the Eco Premium, which is recycled plastic, again, with up to 50% of biocomposite materials derived from agricultural waste.
Yeah.
And then there is another question from Mary that wants to know which type of plants can you grow?
Which type of plants? Sure. So with Clovy, we're really making sure that we can grow as many plants as possible, right? It also depends on the cultivation method between low pressure aeroponics and fertigation, as we were saying before. But right now, so everything that goes between microgreens, leafy greens, so salads and so on, we can grow aromatics as we are doing here with our laboratory experiments. We have been successful into growing also bulbs like onions or other like leeks in this kind of product. We've been also very successful, especially during the summer times when it's hotter and warmer, to grow bigger products like tomatoes, especially dwarf tomatoes that do not need to grow too much in height. We've been successful into growing small eggplants. We've been successful into growing radishes and cabbages, especially in the winter season here in Europe. So we really can say that you can grow quite a lot of variety. More than anything, I think it's important to mention that we are making sure to have you guided step by step through the application of Hexagro. We have designed XB, which is the AI-powered digital assistant for cultivation, already since several years, and we are gathering this enormous amount of data on how to grow best plants, and all of this content will be optimized through the AI chatbot later on. And you will be able to ask direct question on the type of plant that you will be growing, and then getting all of the tips back, including ideally the recipes of the irrigation components, later on even the LED lighting recipes and so on.
Yeah. Sarah is asking, where is Clovy manufactured?
Sure. So we are based in Milan, in Italy, the capital of design worldwide, and we are producing everything here, made in Italy. We have our own contract manufacturer, which is our very strategic industrial partner in Vercelli, which is literally like 1 hour west of Milan. So everything is manufactured here, especially the vases. We have our own molds, so our industrial manufacturing is produced here.
So yeah, and she's asking, can you ship to the US?
Yes, absolutely. Right now, we are able to cover worldwide shipping. We left the rate cards and the different possible shipment options in the bottom of the campaign page on Kickstarter. Those are the initial rates that we've been able to understand and negotiate with our shipping companies. But of course, the more people we are, the better the rates we are going to be able to provide you. And the idea is that if we are also very successful, we'll be very soon shipping directly from the US with like our own fulfillment center there.
And now we have Ricardo, who is asking, what is the IoT module for?
Sure. So let me go a little bit back on this topic again. So the IoT module is designed to be an external component of Clovy so that you can plug it directly to the electricity socket. And from there, you will be able to connect all of the different other components to make Clovy very smart. First of all is the water pump, right? We said a few minutes before, you connect it with the plug, and then from there you will be automating through the application of Hexagro all of the irrigation patterns. You will be able to connect also the water level sensor, which comes included into the first version of Clovy. And then later on, the more that we're going to develop additional sensors and upgrades, like the LED lights, we'll be able to monitor and manage through the IoT module all of these components.
Yeah, so and now we have Grace. She's asking if do I need to buy your seeds and seedlings?
So this is a question that came out quite a lot. As growers ourselves, we decided not to bind and block you into a subscription or like into a pod or a capsule for growing with Clovy. This product is open for growing everything. You can decide to buy directly from us the germinated seedlings. We can currently ship all over the European Union. We are not able to ship yet outside of the European Union. But anyway, you can grow everything by yourself. And this is the beauty of Clovy. It lets you be completely up to your own cultivation methods and standards. It's super modular. You can go from the small one up to the big one. You can be fertigation. So you can grow with fertigation. You can grow with low pressure aeroponics. So it's important that for us, you can have the freedom to grow exactly what you prefer.
Yeah, now we have a really interesting question from William, and he's asking, are the pods and sponges going to be compatible with other similarly named indoor air gardening systems?
So these specific components, okay, that we see here, you may find them around, absolutely yes. Of course, we cannot really guarantee you that are going to be completely compatible with Clovy. But one thing to notice, especially regarding the aeroponic upgrade that we are also offering as an add-on on the crowdfunding campaign, is that this upgrade contains specifically purposely designed components for Clovy for making sure that you can go from fertigation with the substrate into low pressure aeroponics. Especially, Marta, maybe you can pass me the component, the white one. So this one is specifically designed for being on Clovy. So it's important that, let's say, the first upgrade for the aeroponics, you can get it from us so that you can have all of the standard components for transforming your Clovy. And then later on, if you're able to buy and to find a local sponge and plug, let's say, for within your local market, even better, of course.
And now we have another question from Daniel about the IoT module. And he's asking if it's already included or is always needed as an add-on.
Sure. Well, we have it as an add-on on the crowdfunding campaign because we also wanted to offer the possibility to all our current POTI clients, which is the previous version of the product, to become smart, right? To make it IoT. But yes, it is included. The IoT module comes as an included perk inside of your pledge for the Clovy system during the crowdfunding campaign.
Now we have a question from Simon, which is not an expert of cultivation. So he's asking, can you explain what is hydroponic and aeroponic cultivation? What is the difference from the traditional cultivation? Sure.
So very specifically, let me just get up 1 second. It's getting hard to be on my knees. So to explain you super fast, here we have the hydroponic fertigation, right? So we have actually a substrate, which is in this case coconut substrate, is recycled material from the coconut production, and it's widely used around the hydroponic market to make a soilless cultivation method. Instead, we also have the aeroponics, right, that you can see from here with the capsule. In this case, we don't have a substrate anymore. This is just a plug that is made for holding the plants, holding the roots while they are completely growing freely in the air. I can show you how it works from this plant, for instance. As you can see from here, the roots are completely free and growing inside of the system. And so compared to the traditional irrigation, this method is very water efficient, first of all. You can save up to 90% of water compared to traditional agriculture. And plants also grow faster and absorb more nutrients. So in general, it's a very efficient way to grow vertically, also horizontally, but in this case, of course, with Clovy, it's about going up, not straight. And it really depends also on the type of cultivation or expertise that you have. If you're not very familiar with this type of cultivation, you don't feel that you already can kind of handle a basic green thumb operations, then probably the system with fertigation is going to be more ideal for you, simply because if you let your water run out, or if you just want to be a little bit more safe in terms of irrigation, then the substrate is always going to maintain the humidity inside of the system, so the plants will not die. In case of the aeroponics, of course, if you let it run without water for a few days or even a few hours, then you can probably damage quite a lot the plants. So it's a little bit more ideal for someone that wants to grow indoors or is a little bit more experienced.
We have one from Matthew, who is asking how many plants can you grow on Clovy?
Sure. So when it comes to Clovy, let's start from explaining that each module, like each pot that you can see, each vase, is containing 4 cloves, basically. That's also why we call the product Clovy, right? So in every of these lots, you can put one plant that is going to have all of the space needed for growing freely and fruitful. Then the S kit, therefore, he has 4 modules in total. So 4 per 4, you will be able to grow up to 16 plants, but at the top, you will be able to put a few extra because, of course, here there is extra space, right? So let's say that you're going to be a maximum capacity of at least 20 plants. When it comes for the L kit, is doubling, right? So it's up to 40 plants.
We have a question from a teacher, from Elizabeth, who is asking if is it possible to use that in school, or if it's too complicated for children to use Clovy.
Well, the beauty of Clovy, especially with our expertise with potty before, is that it's really meant for anyone that wants to go from zero to becoming almost a professional grower, right? We have people that have up to 10 systems, one next to each other, and they're really being testing the self-sufficiency aspect of growing your own food. And at the same time, at the very beginning, we have pre-elementary schools all over Italy. Right now, we have more than 200 schools in all of our home country that are using our vertical gardens for teaching the practice of urban farming and the practice of healthy food, the practice of sustainability. So it's a very cool activity that you can do at school. It's a great activity you can do at home with your kids, with your family. It's really meant literally for as many as possible.
Yeah, and now we have a really common question, which is, can I cultivate also in winter?
Okay, so first of all, if you choose to grow Clovy with Clovy indoors, then you will be able to grow pretty much anything during the whole year. When it comes to growing outdoors, it really depends the region where you are. We have a lot of experience into growing into like Central Northern Europe, right? And there are plenty of varieties that you can grow during the winter outdoors. But of course, you cannot really grow basil or tomatoes during those seasons.
We have another question, which is, if I want to back the campaign, do I need to pay now?
So right now, I think as Kickstarter works is that you can pledge one of the products that we are putting there as a reward. And then when the campaign is going to be closed, then you will be officially charged on your credit card. We fortunately already had overpassed our minimum goal of $20,000 raised actually yesterday night. So we are growing even more, and we are very soon publishing our stretch goals to be, let's say, the next steps of product development for Clovy.
Another one from Laura, and she's asking if is it possible to have help during the cultivation because she never made it before, so
Sure.
needs help.
Well, that's why we built the Hexagro app, right? Inside of the Hexagro app, you will be able to, first of all, connect your IoT module, which is the one that is going to make your product completely smart and grow by its own, right? In addition to the IoT features of the application, then you will also be having the visualization of the sensors for your system, which is, first of all, as a standard feature, is going to be about controlling the water irrigation patterns of the system. And then also you will be able to understand the water level inside of from the sensor of inside of the container. Then, in addition to this, we have developed XB, which is our urban farming assistant, basically, and we are making it powered by AI very soon right now. So basically, with XB, you will be completely guided. Imagine like a chatbot, like ChatGPT, that is going to tell you exactly what to do and when, depending on the cultivation. And is going to learn also from what you're growing, right? Marta, you want to probably show a little bit more of the options?
Yeah, here there is the homepage where you can choose the plant. So you also have a suggestion about the seasonality of the plants that you can grow. And then here, I don't know if you can see, there is tips and videos section. So you can see all of the videos and tutorials from our agronomist. And then there is the plant doctor. So if you have some problem with the plants or some diseases, you can ask for support and also buy more products that can help the plants grow healthy.
Good. That's all for now, I guess. Right, yes, probably the last topic that we can mention is that as soon as you become a baker of our campaign, you can join our Facebook group, which is our international community for urban farming.
Yeah.
Laura, maybe you can show a little bit. Yes, we have
Yes.
already the first members joining into the platform, and we will be making sure that during, first of all, the period that goes from the crowdfunding campaign up to the delivery of the systems, you will be first completely updated on our steps of development, and we will be requesting actually your support to make the product really up to your standards. We will be sharing information, and we will be asking you how to, if you prefer some components or some colors and so on. So we'll be running several iterations together with you, and especially we will be understanding what are the features that you like the most to be developed on Clovy, and from there we will be prioritizing them based on your needs. So I guess that's all for now. Thanks so much again for joining. Ladies, do you want to come just to say hi?